All right.
Hey, we're here. Welcome to the weekend kickoff show with Mike and Patrick. I'm Mike Schwartz.
And I'm Patrick Reynolds. Wait a minute. You're not Mike Schwartz.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our guest host today, Michael Halpern.
Hey, how you doing?
He's filling in for Schwartzy.
I got big shoes to fill.
Yes.
Bigger
I know.
even literally.
He wears like size 15.
I do.
But yeah, he's still goofing off somewhere.
He's goofing off,
yeah.
and he's out there somewhere.
We
but,
wish him all the best.
We do. We wish Mike the best.
And fun.
Yeah.
You got a little something to say. We had a little something happen yesterday.
We're starting off a little sad today.
Yeah,
but then
little
we'll
bit.
work our way through it. But,
Okay.
We lost a good one yesterday, Nicole Hart. For those of you who know Nicole, I mean, a monumental talent.
Oh, absolutely.
And she passed away yesterday. And our regards to Dan, her husband, and of course their families. And it's just a tough day. And
It is.
It's a tough thing. She was a great addition to this community. And
she was so talented and such a great singer and such a wonderful person, you know.
She really was. I had the honor of singing with her. We were the first band to play after COVID.
Oh,
and
wow.
We played in the park.
Right on.
And she was part of Cafe Con Leche. She was our band, which, Mike Schwartz was a part of it as well.
Indeed.
You can Google her on YouTube and see
what
amazing talent.
She's
Nicole
so much
Hart.
on there. Yeah, Nicole.
I got the honor of having her on the stage for the last time.
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
You did. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow, I think she
Somewhere
sang.
over the rainbow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's saying.
And
that's where she is right now. I wore my my jazz shirt in Nicole's honor.
Oh, that's great.
Is that why you have on that cool shirt today?
Yes, ma'am. I like this shirt a lot. It's one of my faves, and luckily I've lost enough weight now to wear it again. But much love to Daniel, and I want to thank you and everybody for being here. And
my pleasure. Thank you.
And let's let's talk about what's going on. How's your week otherwise, Michael?
Well, it's a good week. You know, I listened to the BCP show that you have now.
Oh,
is it Saturdays
that's Saturday
at 10?
mornings at 10.
Saturdays
yeah.
at 10. It was a great show. Chris Minori was on there and
Yeah,
some others.
yeah.
And talking about this big season for BCP this year. Wow.
Oh, it's going to be
very ambitious.
It's going to be exciting, and tune in tomorrow to hear more about that. We
10
will.
o'clock.
Yes, 10 o'clock.
Right here. Be there, be square.
Right here, this same station.
Yeah,
yes. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Our first guest today, two guests actually, but one guest brought the other guest. Charlotte Van Horn. Am I correct?
Charlotte Van Horn. Yep. That
yes.
is correct.
And you are the president of the Black Expats in Panama.
That is correct. I am the founder and CEO of Black Expats in Panama.
Oh, tell us a little about that.
Tell us a lot.
Yes.
Tell
us a lot about that.
Well, let me see. I was going to take a few minutes. Thank you, first of all, for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, you bet.
And I think we were talking, hopefully before the mic was hot, that this is my first time ever in Chiriquí.
Oh, wow.
And I went to David and I came to Boquete.
Okay.
It's my first time ever. And so I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot different than, well, not a lot different, but somewhat different than what I was expecting and what I was hearing. So because I do lead a pretty large group, I needed to come out and have an experience for myself so that I can report an experience for myself. So y'all be nice to me.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
So
did you get
He's always nice.
Did you get the gift basket?
I think I missed that one. But my name is Charlotte Higginbotham Van Horn, actually.
Okay.
I get Van Horn from my amazing husband, Alfredo Gibbs Van Horn.
Hey, Alfredo, he's outside there.
And he is he's Panamanian. And I met him in the United States. He came to the U.S. when he was younger and recently, retired, and we came back to Panama. So that's when people want to know how Jersey Girl got to Panama. It was love, baby. It was love. It was love that brought me here.
Love, all right.
So that's how I ended up in Panama. How I started Black expats in Panama was that I am what is known as a Sister Locks brand ambassador. And Sister Locks is a natural hair system of small locks for textured hair, curly
Okay.
hair. Okay.
All right.
So I was a brand ambassador for that, and I knew that when we moved, when me and my husband made our transition to Panama,
See?
that my Spanish is not too good looking, okay, and so I
See?
knew I wouldn't be able to do the admin type stuff that I was going to do, and so I decided to learn how to do Sister Locks so that when we came here, I could maybe make a living for myself. And when we got to that place, we invested in Panama in 2012, bought our first home in Brisas del Golf Norte, which is a suburb of Panama City.
Oh, okay.
About 10 minutes from Tocumen Airport and about 15 minutes from Panama City. So
Well,
I
that's
just
convenient.
love it
Yeah.
because I am a self-proclaimed suburban chick.
Yeah.
So once we came over here, I knew that I would need clients for my Sister Locks business, and I knew that the average Panamanian income would not be interested in this particular hair system because it can be a little expensive.
Okay.
So I knew that expats would be my market. So I kept looking for, and I knew they would be black because I need textured hair, right?
Right.
So I started looking for anything, black expats in Panama, black in Panama. I wasn't coming up with anything. There were a few other pages I came up with, but finally I kept looking, and finally I love the Lord, and the Holy Spirit said, build it. Okay, so I
Okay.
created
Okay.
Black Expats in Panama. I created a
Oh,
Facebook
man.
page and a public page and a private group. And when we would come to Panama, because we were putting our house together,
Yeah.
you know, we would come to Panama like 2 weeks, twice a year, and I would just do little stuff like, hey, I'm at the, probably saying everything wrong, the Titan store, the mall, or whatever, and just trying to tell people about Panama. Well, I grew it about 200 for the first year.
Wow.
And then in May of 2020, a few things happened. COVID,
Yeah.
Remember that?
George Floyd was murdered before
Oh,
our
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Karen in the Park was the woman in New York that was
Oh,
accusing the dog watcher
jeez.
of, you know, and
Right.
then the political climate. You know, a lot of us are not very fond of the then.
Previous administration.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
That's all I have to say about that. But all of a sudden, this page blew up. And I started getting black people from the United States saying, well, what is it like over there? I mean, it's like, you know, how do the police treat you over there? Like, how do we move over there? How do you get residency over there? How is the health care over there? And, you know, what would it look like if I lived there?
Well, that's an important statement that you just said. How do the police treat you here, and how different is it from the United States?
Night and day, sir.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
in a nutshell.
All right.
Night and day.
All right.
And a lot of black expats, you know, will tell you that. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm
it's
glad to hear that.
it's
Very
not
glad to hear
that, you know, you can get stopped by the police, and should be, you know, a regular occurrence that you shouldn't have to fear your life.
Right.
You know what
You
I'm
said it.
saying?
Yes.
For not
Yeah.
turning on your signal.
Yeah.
Even me, and I don't like to talk too deep about it because I get emotional about it. But
Well, of
you know,
course.
me as a 50-something, I'll be 60 next year. But in my, you know, mid to late 50s, feeling like, you know, petrified.
Right.
You know, if a
Yeah.
cop is behind me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen in
Right.
my older age, you
Right.
understand?
Right.
And I shouldn't have to feel that way. And so people started asking, and so I work with a destination management company because I had already started to bring people to Panama because I love Panama.
Uh-huh.
I do.
So do
Yes,
we.
Yes,
Yes.
I absolutely love it. And when this started to happen and people started joining the group like crazy, I told him, his name is Chris Depew, and he is the president of ITA Global, which is a premier destination management company in Panama City. And I said, we need a relocation tour. And we need a relocation tour that is going to have culture.
Yes.
You know, in addition to telling people where that they can live, how much and everything, I want to be able to add a cultural component where we're talking about not only the Panamanian culture, but the black culture here, because as a black person coming from the United States, it's just not something that foreigners get when
Right.
they come to
Right.
the U.S. And so that is what I wanted to be
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
And going to Cologne was a big part of that.
Interesting.
And everybody said,
Cologne.
don't go to Cologne. And I
Well,
said, we're going to Cologne.
going to Cologne.
We're going to Cologne. And that one decision has what has really made our tour stand out the most. And the Cologne Day, people are taking vacations to Panama City around that group day that we take.
No kidding.
Yes, we have just really kind of put Cologne on the map.
Wow.
As far as
Fascinating.
tourism.
It is.
Yeah.
I've
Could
been
you-
there.
Oh, I
I've been there,
have.
but I've heard about it.
You know.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah,
have.
that's right.
Charlotte, could you share with us why, what kept you from and what brought you to the Cherokee area?
Well, what kept me from this area is that timing, number one, just
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to come. That's part of it. But the other thing is, like, it's cold out here, okay?
You like the hot.
All right,
You
I'm
like the
just
warm,
keeping
don't
it
you?
real. I'm just keeping it real.
We love it.
It's cold out here. Yes, you either love it or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be warm, and so it's
Yeah.
a little cooler for me. The other thing is that, you know, there is a lot of talk about people not being friendly here.
Really?
About people.
Well,
Did you
have-
meet him?
We
No,
have.
but
He's
that
the
means
friendliest
that,
guy you'll
well,
ever
listen,
meet.
we going back before, okay?
Uh-huh,
We going
okay.
back before I got here.
I understand.
People not being friendly here. A lot of MAGA here. You know, Confederate flags. All of the things that a lot of black people are leaving the United States for
Okay.
is what I've been told is here in Boquete.
Okay.
Okay, so that is kind of one of the things that has it in my constituency. They're not as interested in coming to Boquete because it's the same narrative. So everybody's been saying, come to Boquete, and I'm like, okay, I'll get there. and finally, I spoke to a lady here, Nina, who
Okay.
owns the coffee Chucks. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I told her what the word on the street was
Uh-huh.
with Boquete. And whereas I had talked to other people, other black people that live here in Boquete, and they're like, listen, I don't care what they say. I love it here.
Yeah.
So the black people that I do know,
Yeah.
the black expats, most of them love being in Boquete. Well, Nina broke down some history for me because she's been here 10 years, almost 10 years.
Right, right.
And she broke down how there was a period of time where there was some extreme things going on
Indeed.
in Boquete, and then all of a sudden they weren't going on.
Yes.
And so that the area had moved beyond that, but I guess the gossip just hadn't caught up.
Well, that's
Aye.
you know that's the thing. It's bochinche, the word here, and we moved here 7.5 years ago. And I will say that when we first moved here, there were almost no black people. There, I think there was one couple that I knew of, right? And that's, I don't know how that shook out, but that's just kind of the way it was, right? But you're correct that things have shifted quite a bit over the last 7.5 years. And our delightful Rhonda Johnson has started a group called the Blingos, right?
Yes.
That's obviously it means
Black gringos.
oh, that's what it means. Okay. And your group has grown to how many? You've got over
We're about 150 strong.
150 strong. That's
Excellent.
and
And that's a WhatsApp group.
It's
That's
a
not
WhatsApp
even
group.
like a wide open,
right.
social media group.
Right.
It's a private, WhatsApp group.
Yeah. And
very
I'm
impressive.
Yeah,
I'm
we're very grassroots.
yeah, absolutely. I'm very I feel pleased and proud that our community is becoming more and more diversified.
Yes.
I don't, we grew up, our daughter grew up in Los Angeles. We lived in Los Angeles. And she said to us, and our neighborhood was very mixed ethnically. It was Armenian, it was Filipino, it was Hispanic, it was African American. And she went away to school on the East Coast for her last year of high school. And she came back, and we were in the supermarket, and she says, "You hear that? That's the sound of diversity. That's the sound of foreign languages."
Wow.
I miss that, she said.
Yes.
And because where she was, it was all white.
Yes.
And we raised her in such a way to be uncomfortable in a place that's all white. Not that, it's a bad thing, but diversity is what we're about. We come in all flavors.
I think anything
Yeah.
you should question.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
we talked yesterday about, we have that group that was 200 strong when George Floyd happened is now 7,000.
Wow.
7,000.
Wow.
And we started doing the cultural relocation tours. They're 5 days. The tour is 5 days from beginning to end. And we our inauguration was May of 2021. So we sold these tours in the height of COVID.
Yeah.
I started this business in COVID.
Wow.
But when I tell you we just completed our 20th tour,
Yeah.
and I think the thing that I like best about it is that with the group is now 7,000. And when people say, well, why do you let white people in your group? I correct that. Because at the end of the day, the group, black people have a unique experience.
Absolutely.
In life.
Absolutely.
Period. And there are some things that only we can really understand, right? But when you want to exclude everybody else, what does that mean? And when it comes to the civil rights movement,
Right.
we didn't do that by ourselves. So I don't let people tell me what to do in the first place.
All right.
You don't seem
I
like
get
somebody
that.
who does.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. But in addition to that, I believe strongly in diversity.
Okay. Excellent. Charlotte, this has been fascinating.
Is it time to go already?
That just whizzed by.
But do tell that you are going to start including
I
Boquete.
am. That is one of the reasons why I'm here today.
Excellent.
Is
And how do
looking
we-
at
how do we get a
Boquete.
hold of you? How
You can
how
find
does someone
me
know?
anywhere. The real Black Expats in Panama.
Okay,
Just look
so
me up. That's
on
my
Facebook,
handle.
Black Ex-
Facebook. Instagram. Check out our YouTube channel, Black Expats in Panama.
Okay.
Trademark registered.
All right,
Black
all
Expats.
right.
We're not playing.
We'll put a link on our Facebook page
Oh,
too.
thank you.
That'd be
Thank
cool.
you. And
Yeah.
thank you for having me on. I appreciate the time.
No, it's
Charlotte, it's
wonderful.
been a treat, and Rhonda,
Yeah.
it's always you didn't get to talk much, but
Hey,
you will
I was
tomorrow.
here. I got what I wanted. I wanted to see. I wanted.
Thank you.
I wanted Boquete to know that Boquete is expanding now,
Yeah,
and
it
we
is.
are and we are a part of the whole of Panama,
Yeah.
and we're losing our stigma.
Absolutely.
And everybody here, I'm going to say this. I know you got to go, but I'm going to say before we go, I have found the people here to be so extraordinarily friendly.
Yes.
All right.
So
Yes.
absolutely, I'm
Yes,
so
we are.
pleased
We
about
are.
that.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you.
We're
Yeah.
changing that gossip.
All
Okay.
right, let's
right
do
here,
it.
right here, right,
Right
now.
here, right now, baby.
Yes,
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Charlotte, it's been
thank
a
you.
it's been a treat.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All
Y'all
right.
have to have me back so I can
We will.
talk some more.
Every time you come to Boquete.
All
Okay.
right, I
Let
promise.
All right. Excellent.
you.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We've got guys.
Extra stage left?
You
All
may,
right.
yes.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Que tengas un buen día.
Okay, our next guest is going to be,
Who is our next guest?
I think it's a world famous chef.
Oh my God!
I think somebody who's been
Could
on.
be Rolando. couldn't
Yes.
it? Rolando.
Chef
Come on
Rolando.
in.
He's he's got
in-
fans.
Yeah,
he's
in
being
the green
mobbed.
room eating all that food.
Yeah, there's not going to be any M&Ms left.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Rolando
Rolando.
Chamorro.
Yeah.
Rolando.
Okay.
You can call me Rolo.
We'll call you Rolando.
Now famous.
Now.
The yes, now famous.
yes.
Right. All it took was one television show
Yeah,
all
yeah,
around the
exactly.
world.
That's it.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just going to snap. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Restaurants at the end of the world. Is
Yes,
that-
yes, that's the
right.
name. That's the name of the.
Kristen
of the show.
Kish. Yeah.
She's
right.
the host. Yeah.
Oh, that was a wonderful show.
Oh, my
Wonderful.
God, that was
we learned a lot about you and a lot about your amazing restaurant. So
Thank you. That was a great experience for sure. Like,
Yeah.
being able to share what we have been doing at the farm for
Yeah.
sure.
Hacienda Mamacilla.
Hacienda Mamecillo.
Mamacilla.
Yeah.
Mamacillo.
Mamecillo.
Okay.
It's a tree. It's a native tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some people say Mamoncillo. It were too. If you Google it,
Yeah.
you will go to the
Okay.
webpage.
Where is your restaurant located?
We're here. It's more than a restaurant. That's something that I would definitely like to.
Oh,
like,
please,
kind
please.
of talk about more.
Yes, please.
Because the program was definitely focused on the gastronomical
Right,
part. So
right.
like on the food,
Yeah.
farm to table. We actually have most of the product that we're serving. We actually grow it at the farm.
Wow.
So that was kind of like the nice thing of the program. But then we also do a hike. We do coffee. We do agritourism. We do nursery of native trees. We do like scholar trips. It's a
I just want to
bit
come and
going
get
on.
watercress.
Exactly.
Get watercress down that waterfall.
Exactly. Skipping the hike and doing the hike.
Oh my gosh, that was too much.
That was amazing.
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how she had the nerve to do
Yeah,
that.
no. It was part of the experience,
Yeah.
putting her like in this like
Yeah.
kind of challenging things. So we was like,
Yeah.
we can go to the waterfall
Watercress,
and pick
wow.
some things on the waterfall.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, great.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so tell us more about the different things that you have going. So you have tours that you
Yes,
do,
yeah,
various
okay,
kinds of
so-
tours. You have the gastronomy.
Yes, yeah.
And,
So I will introduce myself first. My name is Rolando Chamorro. I'm from Panama City. I've been living here in Boquete 16 years. More
Wow,
or less,
okay.
now. So I've been quite a bit here in Boquete.
Okay.
Always kind of like in the outdoors. So that's what sometimes people doesn't see me really in town because I'm normally not around town.
Right.
But I live here in Boquete. I've been living here. I have my family. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. They study right here at Boquete. And then mainly we start with adventure tourists.
Isabella and
And
Leonard?
Leonard, yeah.
Leonard, yeah.
yeah. My wife, she's from Sweden. So Leonard is my father-in-law name.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Swedish name.
Ah.
But they speak fluent Spanish, fluent Swedish, fluent English. So
Que
Just
bien.
like me.
Yeah.
yeah, not even I. I use them as translators. But the main the company actually, the name is Meet My Panama. It's adventure tourists.
Oh.
I started this from 2008 in Panama City. So from there, I've been doing this, and now Hacienda Mamecillo is our last project, and it's actually the one that get me more busy because a lot of the things we have to be there at the farm doing it, and
Right.
and that's been kind of the last thing. So, but we do other things. We do other things around, but the farm has been like amazing.
And the farm is up by Tree Trek.
It's
Is
so
that right?
well, no, yeah, actually we're in Jaramillo Arriba.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you have to go actually more like kind of from Ladera. We have it as a secret spot.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we
it's
don't-
very secret.
Oh yeah, you don't see signs. We
Yeah,
don't have signs. And
yeah.
people sometimes they go and they say like, oh, you should put a sign so we don't get lost.
Wouldn't
It's
hurt.
like, no, well we want to know who is coming. So we
Oh,
are
I
like,
see. Okay.
You got to be
I
in the
get
know.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, you have to
Yeah.
make a reservation. That's,
Yeah,
that's a
same at
good-
my house. It's-
Yeah.
exactly. That's a good thing.
Right.
You don't want to be seen in pajamas.
That's right.
That's so no, it's by reservation. And,
Okay.
And we like to keep it private like that. So that's why you don't see signs around.
That's why
But
nobody
that's-
knows exactly where it is
Exactly. People kind of wonder. but-
until they've been there.
exactly.
I have to ask you this question
Mm-hmm.
because the gastronomy, of course, is what the show is about and
Yes.
what perhaps you're most famous for now.
Yes.
But you built a house with your own 2 hands. You moved here without knowing anything about anything, it seems.
That's right.
You had Juan who taught you. He
Yeah.
was your
He's still alive.
abuelo.
Yeah,
abuelo.
he's still alive.
And
I saw it like 2 days ago. I saw
so,
it.
but you do all these odd dishes that for people. How did you learn the recipes?
Well,
Where did that come from?
That's a good question.
Great
and
question.
I think that's what make it most fun. You know, the program they put me that title like chef, and I was like, whoa.
Uh-huh.
With no oven.
I studied graphic design and aviation. I have nothing to do with like
Yeah.
culinary
Right,
studies, you know.
right. And
But
yet there
always-
you are picking all these things and
Exactly,
making sauces.
making
and-
like decoration plates.
Exactly.
But
That's
has
it,
been
man.
A passion. I really like it. I really enjoy cooking, and I think something that I can say on my favor is like I'm glad I don't went to a culinary school because I don't have any boundaries. So it's
Right,
like,
right.
I can take this sour thing and put in it with this sweet one, or putting that like fish with a red wine. It's like
You
there's no limits.
Come up with amazing stuff.
Sometimes it's not that good, but we don't serve that one. So we classify.
You test drive it?
Oh yes, for sure.
Oh, you
yes.
do test it.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Here's an experiment. Try that.
Yeah,
That's what it seems
I-
like.
I make that with my friends, so be
Yeah.
careful when I invite
Right.
you.
Okay, okay.
Just be pending.
Oh, well, I hope
That's
that
what we
means we're on
try.
the friend list.
Yeah.
That's where we try the plates
Okay.
with friends.
Okay, 2 other questions. One is how do we make a reservation if we want to eat at your place? Actually, it's 3 questions. 2, how the heck do we get there? And 3, what is the fee for lunch or dinner? Because I
Okay.
didn't see that on your website.
No, exactly. We don't have it on the website, but that's the best way to make a reservation. Actually, is sending us an email through the website because we're gonna really customize what you're eating. If you have any like food allergy, food restriction, we're gonna ask you all that. we're gonna give you the information how to get to the farm. So we're gonna guide you to that.
An unmarked van picks you up, puts a bag over your head.
And start walking. It's several ways. You can go driving, of course, but then there is the challenging way. We'll be hiking.
Okay.
2.5 hours,
like
you
a
said?
2.5
hour
hours,
hike?
more or less.
Wow.
And then we'll have lunch. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that's a
I
great
could
way.
do that. Build up an appetite. That's
I
for
can
sure.
guarantee
Work off
you'll
those
be hungry
calories.
after
Yes.
2.5 hours. So
7 courses. Bring it on. Bring it
Exactly.
on.
And the other way is by car. Definitely have to be a. It's
Four-wheel
not
drive,
it's
it
not
looks like.
necessarily a 4x4.
Okay.
But you have to be a tall car for sure.
Should have
a
high
dirt
ground
road.
clearance.
Yes, yeah, it's
Okay.
a dirt road, almost 2 kilometers to
Okay.
reach the farm.
And the website is Hacienda
Hacienda
Mamecillo.
Mamecillo.
Okay.
With C
Hacienda,
and double L.
Mamecillo.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The actual name is of the tree. This is Mamecillo is a native tree. We have it
Okay.
in the cloud forest, but
Okay.
it's Quercus copeyensis.
Ah.
That's the scientific name.
Ah.
Really, really hardwood. It give an acorn like the ice age.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
exactly the same. So kids love
Okay.
it when they see the.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
okay,
sure. Yeah.
okay.
And the cost you said, or
The
you didn't
cost,
say yet?
No, not yet. I'm going there. So the cost is 160 a person.
Okay.
Minimum of 4. That's
Okay,
what we
yes,
ask
right.
to go to the farm.
Is that lunch or dinner?
It's lunch. We
Lunch.
start 9 to 3. Yeah, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
So it's a long day. It's a full day. And,
Yes.
and that's what we serve a
Oh, I
really
see.
nice
So it's not
course.
just the lunch.
It's not just the lunch.
It's an
No.
experience.
Exactly.
It's an
The
experience.
whole experience at the farm. We're gonna start with a hike on the cloud forest inside the property.
And you really know all
Uh,
your plants.
Oh my God,
You-
it's
you
so
are-
nice.
you're
Like,
so knowledgeable.
and that's the way I have learned it. Has been
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
being out there on the field, checking, taking pictures, samples, and then like research and looking and. It was not my profession, but I love it. So,
Yeah.
so I learned it
Fantastic.
fast then that
Yeah,
way. So,
yeah.
so that's the first part of the experience. We tried to connect the forest, all this thing of the nursery that we have been doing. We are more than 7 years doing nursery, more than 7,000 trees to do reforestation. This is not even
Wow.
like selling. So then Salva to talk about that. We support a monkey project that is a girl from here, from Boquete, a biologist from Boquete, Luz Loira. You may have heard from her.
Okay.
She's teacher on the university in David. So we
Oh,
have
okay.
a monkey project that we put like cameras, trap cameras.
Ah.
We do compost. Then we have the greenhouse. We have developed these bonsai bays, miniature bays
Oh.
that we will serve at lunch. So this is kind of like the flow of the day.
Fantastic.
And then we do agrotourism, so we go visit the greenhouse, see the nursery, see the animals, and we finish the day with coffee. The farm have coffee,
Yeah.
really all coffee, organic. So that's then the end of the day. We roast coffee, taste the coffee. So it's a pretty interesting day.
So
a lot of
it's-
information.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow.
That's not.
So when you say that price, which sounds
Oh my God,
sounds like
it's
a
a
lot,
lot.
but it's
Yeah.
But it's an adventure.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we look when we develop
Yeah.
Hacienda Mamecillo. It was like, we know Boquete is famous for Volcan Baru, first
Yeah.
of all.
Yes,
So
eh?
that's a great hike. And then like coffee, that was
Yeah.
the second thing.
Right.
Gastronomy have been flying the last years.
Oh,
like
yeah.
5-6 years.
Yeah.
Boquete has been developed as a gastronomy destination.
Oh yeah,
or
it's a
like
foodie town
it's
for
a
sure.
foodie town.
Absolutely.
And then then the coffee part. Boquete is famous for the great coffee.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So
Right.
then what we wanted to develop was more like, why we don't make a product where people can arrive. You don't have to move from place to place. You do everything inside the farm. At the beginning, we actually even start like private. It was like private tours. If it was a couple, that's it. We close it for that
Wow.
couple. Now we have to be a bit flexible with that.
Okay.
But it never gonna be massive. It never gonna be a big group.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite personal, so we like it like that, close.
Man.
And I know you're close with Charlie Collins.
Yes,
From the Panamonte
From
Hotel, the
Panamonte.
chef
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
Panamonte.
yeah, yeah. That's
right?
a great.
And-
That's a
and-
great Panamanian chef, and he's
Oh,
a-
he is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's definitely
yeah.
a good person to follow.
Yeah.
And like the nice thing is that you kind of you see as a I see him as a like a mentor, like in the food, because that was
Mhm.
not any of my careers. And then it's like you take that kind of knowledge that he kind of share, and then
Right.
you kind of twist it and mix it.
Uh-huh.
You twist.
Sweet,
And,
salty,
and make it incredible.
And then you
Yeah.
make a mamecillo.
Wow.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, so that's been great. That's
It's
been
not.
great.
It's not just a meal. It's an adventure
It's a full
and an
adventure.
education.
Yes,
Huh?
yes. Oh my God, yes. We adjusted to all levels, Sometimes we have families with little kids, and
See?
of course, I don't go like scientific names, but part of the
Well, they get to see the
adventure.
chickens.
Oh, they
and,
can touch it. They can
yeah,
hold
right.
it, pick
All
the eggs.
right.
They can
Yeah.
like like if you follow our Instagram account, and it's the same name, Hacienda Mamecillo, you will see one of my last posts. It was a stick bug, but this one it camouflaged with moss.
Oh.
So you will rarely see that, and we are lucky because we live right there at the forest, so we can
Oh, yeah.
we can get to see
Yeah.
this. And
Yeah.
one of my missions in life is gonna be to share all that in. So if you go in the Instagram, sorry, you will see all these things. Crazy
Absolutely.
things we see at the farm, and we posted. The idea is to share with
that's
everybody.
right.
There's
Okay.
no secrets.
Cool.
So that's the
Yeah.
idea. Everybody can have the information, and a lot of kids they will never see that type of thing, so they will never understand the value of taking care of that type of forest if they don't see it.
Okay.
So,
Right.
Amazing, man. That's Instagram, Hacienda Mamecillo.
Hacienda Mamecillo.
All right, cool.
You'll
I'll-
see all that crazy things there.
I'll be clicking on that as soon as I get home.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And the tours, do you do tours other than at the farm?
Yes, yeah.
And
yeah.
what is that? What's that called?
Well, it's called Meet My Panama.
Say it again.
Meet My Panama.
Mid My Panama.
Conoce mi Panama. So
Oh,
I know my
MIDMI.
yeah, MEETMI.
Oh,
Meet
Panama.
My Panama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it, got it.
I don't do a lot of history. I don't do a lot of city tour.
Right.
It always has been adventure. Always has been like outdoors. Always has been like indigenous community over Panama. So we start Panama City. We finish in Chiriquí, where I live.
Rolando, so you said you weren't trained as a chef. What did you do before this then?
Well, I studied graphic design and aviation. I was working in Copa Airline. I was working as a flight attendant at the moment, but I was studying aviation. That was like my, how you say, my goal. I was like, I will be a captain in Copa.
Wow.
I was already flying. Like
Yeah,
private,
yeah.
But then definitely like, I decided I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have the time to be with them. I really enjoyed the Copa work. That
Right,
was amazing.
right.
Co-workers, destinations, just being able to travel like all over America. That
Yeah.
was amazing without having to pay.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And then, like getting.
Well, I can see after airline food how you might want to.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Really,
The airline
really.
plane food. I have to say it.
Right.
I love it.
That inspired you to
Oh
do
my
something
God.
a little better.
Exactly. Serving it better.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes people ask us when they go to the farm, they say after they like 7-course meal, that include drinks and different flavors on the meal. But then people ask us like, do you guys eat like that every day?
Yeah.
We say like same flavors in one plate.
Yeah, man.
So it's
And your
not seven.
plates are
Everything goes.
your plates are sliced out of a tree, as I
Yes,
as
we
I saw.
we have the most, we have some porcelain and that plates, but we like it to use like what we have at the farm. So we have some lajas, the flat rocks. We have pieces of wood. We use a leaf. We use a bit of everything. You have to go visit. I cannot say all this.
Oh man.
Do you have a stove yet?
Yes, well, I have it. I have it. And actually, well, you guys know Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris is really, really good friend. Actually, he was one of the first chefs that I cooked something
Oh.
together.
Yeah.
It was actually with Chris.
Oh.
We cooked like a filet mignon with like coffee.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, we like, wow, that was good.
Oh.
That was a long time ago.
Don't make me drool.
You didn't tell me about that.
Really.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then like we're planning doing all this like kind of receiving more people and giving to know the place, and so let's see kind of how is it going.
Okay. Well, for everybody listening out there, now I know what I want for my birthday.
And
Wait, don't we have the same birthday?
Yes, yes.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Sure it is. Yeah, December 11th. That's our birthday.
and then the dinners, because yeah, of course, after this show we have open a bit, and then it's not just the day tour. Day tour is the same schedule, 9 to 3.
Okay.
But then now we're offering like just on the weekends, Friday to Sunday, dinner at 6 p.m.
Okay.
But just for the dinner. But
Okay.
I have to be honest. Yeah, but
Please be honest.
we're the ones that cook. I know food would taste good, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna surprise you with the flavors, and it's all local product. But if you miss the experience, and it could sound like it's a lot of money, but believe me, it's a quite
No.
it will worth it.
Absolutely.
In information, in the scenery, and flavors you would taste,
Yeah.
things you would see,
Yeah.
things you would touch.
Well,
it was worth it.
You told me that after it aired, you got emails from all over the world.
Yes,
of
yeah.
people who wanted to come and make reservations. and
Yeah,
come
oh,
here.
that's so
And-
great.
Oh my God,
It's-
that was
it's
like at the
fabulous.
beginning. Because we have been fighting this. We're living there 12 years, living at the farm.
Yeah.
We start building from zero. Every now and then we're like, it's working or it's not working. We're like,
I think
Now
it's working
it's
now.
working. So do we
Yeah,
need to
now-
make a reservation like
Yes.
a long time in advance now?
Like holidays for sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have bookings and thank God we have bookings like 2025.
Oh wow.
So we're really really happy for that.
Yeah.
Before it was a really season thing,
Okay.
So
And we should probably tell our listeners, if you want to see the show that we're talking about, it's
on
Restaurants at the End of
the
the
name.
War.
Yeah, exactly. The name is Restaurants at the End of the War.
And it's the first episode.
We're on the first episode.
It's
so
Very
that-
cool.
It's on Netflix, right?
It's on no.
Did I see it on
It's
Netflix?
on Disney Plus.
Disney
Disney
Plus.
And then
right.
the first time was in Nat Geo TV. Because
That's
it's actually
right,
a
that's
Nat
right,
Geo.
got it.
It's
Oh,
it's a
yes,
National
yes.
Geographic
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
underwrote it,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
And I
think
encourage
there's-
people to watch that because it's
Oh, thank you.
It's fascinating,
wonderful.
absolutely.
We had to get a
wonderful
link
episode.
to watch it, just so you know.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Well,
We at the
Oh,
farm.
oh,
We
you
don't have
had to.
TV.
You could have.
Ah, okay.
We don't
When
like-
you get it, give it
I
to
use
us.
I use the cell phone,
Uh-huh.
But we don't use TV at the farm, so
Excellent.
we had to tell the producers like, okay, that's great. We participate. We want to see it. Do you mind sharing it? Because
that'd be great.
we
Even-
don't see it on Disney Plus.
Even though I used to be in the TV business, I love living in a world without a
It's
TV.
good sometimes.
Yeah.
It's good sometimes
Yeah.
disconnecting like that.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure,
My pleasure.
talking to you.
Rolando,
meeting
thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming.
Oh, thank you guys
Great
for
for
the
you to be here.
invitation.
This has
Yeah.
been fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
More than
lots of good
welcome
luck.
one day.
We will.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I'm
please.
gonna make that hike 2.5 hours.
Let's do it. Worth it.
I may drive.
A lot of wildlife. we will hike anywhere at the farm.
Will you meet me at the bottom and
I
walk,
can
walk
meet
me
you.
up the
I
path?
can
Okay.
do the hike.
All right.
I'll do the hike, but are you good at CPR? Thank you again, Chef.
Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rolando.
Thank you.
Rollo.
Rolo.
Rollo. Rollo.
Rollo to his friends.
Non-chef Rollo.
Ciao. Thank
Oh,
you.
ciao. Speaking of Chris Young, by the way,
Yes.
the show is brought to you and sponsored by Big Daddy's.
Oh,
Get over to Big Daddy's.
oh, margaritas.
Get your fix. Oh, the margaritas
boy.
there.
And they
Oh.
has 2 for 1 on Mondays or something.
Dude,
like that,
oh,
doesn't he?
that's right.
You know,
Yeah,
I think I
yeah.
saw that.
think that's a Monday.
Hope I'm not wrong on that, Chris. But
Well-
people are going to show up and say, "Hey, it's Monday. I want my 2 for 1."
2 for
I don't
1.
know. I'm not sure.
Anyway, now we have another guest.
We sure do.
It's a rare day here for us. We have 3 guests.
3 guests.
Well, it's my fault.
It's because you have a guest
As
host.
a
That's why.
result. Yes.
That's
3
right.
guests
You
and a
need to keep
guest
me
host.
occupied.
That's right. That's right. So come on in, guys. Our next guests. Well, it's kind of a good segue.
Yeah, Jamie
because
and Felix.
hi, Jamie and Felix from Full Adventures Boquete.
Good.
How are you?
Yes. Good,
Nice
good
to see you.
you.
Thank
Nice
you
to
for
meet you.
coming.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Full Adventures
Full Adventures
Boquete.
Boquete. Yes.
Now, a quick word. Be sure to get real close, like I am here to the microphone, so
Okay.
everybody in Radio Land can hear your lovely
Right.
voices.
Okay.
Tell us your story.
Yes.
Well,
Who wants to talk first?
which story do you want?
Well,
Well,
Mine or the company?
let's
Mine
start.
is really long, man.
is it really?
We
Better
have-
start with the company then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Well, as a travel agency, also as a tour operator.
Talking to the mic.
Actually, this company now is Full Adventures Boquete, but it used to be the former Boquete Mountain Safari.
Oh, okay.
Which was actually one of the first tour operators, organized tour operators in Boquete. So we're talking about this company started with Boquete Mountain Safari with Patsy 2008, 2009, somewhere about there. When I came together with the team, it was in 2010. When Brad Ferrari and Carol Delonis were, they bought the company from Patsy, and then after that came Dave and Justin.
Okay.
They bought that, and now we have Jamie. She came under the team, and she was one of the first secretaries we had.
Yep.
And after the after the 2020, she bought the company, whatever was left on. and
And
now
she-
she's
And she
she's in
kept you
charge.
on staff?
Well, looks like.
Yeah.
So from secretary to El
owner.
Presidente.
Yes.
Oh man, that's great.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Has been a challenge.
Sure.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a year.
Yeah, any business
right
is a
now.
challenge, but
Yes.
especially after COVID and all that. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but tell us more.
Yeah, well, what we do is, I mean, if we can fix it for you, nobody can fix it.
Oh,
We
really?
Can, we can fix any trip, any package you want. You can fix your vacation from the beginning to the end.
Oh, really?
Transportation from Panama City, that end, whatever you want to go.
You book
Okay.
We can
cruises?
fix it up. Even cruises, exactly.
Right
Even
on.
cruises.
Right.
Wow.
So, I mean, you name it, we have it. But locally, I mean, we have all kinds of hikes. We have all kinds of adventures for you.
Do you have those little
Swimming
4-wheel
holes,
deals that you ride
4-wheel
around
deals
on?
and all that stuff.
Oh,
that, you know,
cool.
we can full adventures.
And where are you
That's why I
located?
say. By Big Daddy's.
But next
Okay,
to
so
Right
your
Big
next
next
Daddy.
door. Your next
Yeah.
store. I always see your little 4x out there.
Yeah, okay.
And,
Right
they're
next
yeah,
to
fun.
right next to Big Daddy's.
They're
right?
fun.
They are.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
You
like
need to
fun.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
Chris was doing that. Chris
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, he was
making
having
that
fun
happen
doing
as
that.
well. Yeah.
So here's a question: do you guys take people up the volcano? Do you do that?
Not
what
me.
way?
You won't take me.
No.
In what way?
Well, there used to be
With
like
a rope, maybe. I don't
those
know.
those trucks with the giant wheels, and,
Yeah,
and you
right.
could drive people
As
up.
I say, we can arrange
They
anything.
can do
Anything.
Yeah,
huh?
we can take you on a jeep, walking. I mean, we can.
Helicopter.
Camping.
Well,
That-
maybe I don't know. we
That would be
gotta
my
find
way.
that out one out, you know.
Yeah, that's how I would get up there.
I'm not
sounds
sure. I'm not crazy about heights or hikes. Heights or hikes. That's why I do the lazy hiking with,
Oh yes,
with
right.
Have you
Schwartz.
guys ever been at the top of the
I haven't.
volcano?
No, we have
Oh,
not.
you should. It's
Goodness.
interesting.
Yeah.
Different
A lot of people that
landscapes.
go say that they love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's actually up there. There's a unique forest called Paramo.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's unique, and in Panama it's interesting because the animals are different, the birds are different, and they're
Uh-huh.
unique.
Oh,
In Panama,
interesting.
that's one of the places you can get it.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your most popular things that people sign up for?
Well, one of them is coffee,
Uh-huh.
or Cambaru.
Oh yeah.
Rafting
yes,
tours.
Rafting tours.
Rafting tours.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
I did
okay.
whitewater rafting, and it was a lot
It's
of fun. We were on the Costa Rica border. What river is
The
that?
Chiriquí Viejo River.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I heard of when I first moved here. You know, a couple of friends said they were going to go whitewater rafting. I thought, really? There's whitewater. I thought you had to go to Colorado or Arizona for that kind of stuff. I didn't. I had no idea.
Well, they opened up the dam, and they
Yeah, the only thing, they have a time setting it up, like
right.
because we with the three companies we were together that they set the time like around 10 in the morning.
Where they
Okay.
opened up
Then
the
we
dam.
have water to do the
Yeah.
rafting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they close it again.
Right.
Oh,
And then
fascinating.
you're stranded there on a rock.
Yeah, but
fun.
right now we don't need that.
Yeah.
No,
No,
you
we have
don't.
water
During rainy
in
season,
all
is
the
that-
rivers.
Is that true? During rainy season, it's just.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
easy to go to the Chiriquí, to the Fonseca or the Gariche
Mm-hmm.
for
Okay.
family.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many do you take in a raft?
In a
It's
raft, we can take 6 people.
6 people.
In summertime, we have to take around 3, 4.
Oh, because the
of
water's
the water's very low.
low, and then you have professional guides, obviously, who
Oh,
are driving
yes.
these things and
Yes,
making
very
sure everybody's
professional. They
safe.
have like more than 20 years of experience in the river.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So you would meet at your, you call it a store, or
At
your
my
lo-
office,
the
at
office,
Full Adventure, yes, or I pick
and
the
then bus people up to the river, and then
Yes.
what does it cost to do whitewater rafting now?
Right now, 65.
65.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
per
full
person.
day, right?
But we have some promotion.
Oh, well, tell
Yeah,
us about
like
those. We love
55,
promotions.
we can do it. And if you have a big group, we
Uh-huh.
can work it out too
Uh-huh.
with other activities.
And that
Oh.
includes a lunch along
Include
the way?
lunch,
Uh-huh.
yes. It's the only thing is the drive that is a little long.
Yeah. How long? 2 hours?
An hour
each
and
way?
a half.
Hour and a half each way.
Well, depend on the traffic in David, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, when you come back, there is a lot of traffic in David.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Well, that's true. Come back during rush hour. And nobody's rushing.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, we have a lot of discount for
Wonderful.
who live here, for Panamanians.
Uh-huh.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Jubilado?
Jubilado too.
Oh,
There you go. Come on, Patrick.
I love me some
do it.
jubilado.
Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah. We have to do all that.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you've got the whitewater rafting, you've got the little 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
What do they call ATVs?
ATVs.
Right? ATVs. Okay. What else do you guys do? Like hiking
Hiking,
stuff?
birding, plant recognition, bird recognition.
Oh, very nice.
Coffee. I mean,
So birding. Let's stop. Let's touch on that for a second because I know a lot of birders in town. It's not just walking out hoping to see some cool birds. It's you go on a specific trail and you educate us as to what we're looking at or what we're looking for.
Of course. We try to look for,
Quetzals.
birding-
Everybody wants to
quetzal.
see a quetzal.
Oh, yeah.
Never saw one. Been here 3
Yeah.
years. Hike every week. Never saw one.
Yeah. Some people come just exactly to see that.
Yeah, just-
but there are more special birds up there,
Yeah.
that are only found maybe here in Costa Rica. For example, I'll give you an example of one, the black-cheek warbler. A lot of people don't know that one is very special. Only here in Costa Rica and in this area of Boquete in the highlands.
Wow.
So that's only here in Costa Rica in the world.
Wow.
So some people that knows they comes for that. Obviously, the cherry on the top of the cake, that's gonna be the quetzal.
The quetzal,
right.
yeah.
So, but again, it's by season.
I don't really think
It's
they
seasonal.
exist personally. I don't think they exist.
My
Just-
first-
just in pictures.
My first hike on the Quetzal Trail when we got here, I got a picture of a quetzal,
kidding.
and that's the last time I've seen a quetzal in 7.5 years.
But to be honest with you, the Quetzal Trail has the name on the Quetzal Trail.
Yeah.
And,
Is it
sadly-
open? It's been
No,
closed.
it's
Still
been
closed
closed
ever
forever.
since
It's still-
forever.
it's still-
Yeah.
That's still working
Yeah.
on. But where I have seen the most quetzals, it's like right in the very easy trail called the pipeline.
The
trail.
pipeline. That's where everybody
Yes.
says
The
they've seen
pipeline,
one.
yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you want a little bit more spice up a little bit more the hike, and at the same time look for Culebra Trail, it's the other one I've seen the most. And actually, another one that is a little bit past Mamacillo place. It's a nice trail up there too that I have found also some of the quetzals up there.
Is there a special time of day that you're more likely to see a quetzal?
Well, in bird watching world, a lot of people say, "Oh, let's get up very, very, very early,"
Right.
just at the sunrise and stuff.
Oh, I
like
hate
Well,
that.
but-
You lost me.
So, but especially if you're on vacation, man. But
Right.
you know what happened is cloud forest and rainforest, they're totally different, and most of them rains. But in the rainforest, it's lowland and it's warm. So as at 10 o'clock, it's very hot, and all the birds are pretty much tucked in looking for shade and stuff.
Right,
Like that.
right.
In that case, you really have to wake up, and be there when the sun is rising.
Okay.
All the birds, looking for the cool of the day to eat, just waking up and stuff like that. But in the cloud forest, it's a little bit different because it's cold up there, and when the day starts warming up, then
that's when
the
they come
birds
out.
are coming out. So from
Okay.
10 o'clock up to about maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon
Uh-huh.
is where everybody's is out and active and eating and
Okay.
And I usually find most of the interesting birds between 10 and 1:30.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it's cold in the morning. I've been there very early and I don't see any
Mm-hmm,
birds going on. It's dark and cold. So
Well, that's an interesting distinction. I'm always late to the party, I didn't realize there's a difference between the rainforest and the cloud forest. It's always kind of, in my mind, the same kind of a thing. It's up, it's wet, it's hard to get to, hike-wise.
yes, tell me, do you have any you want to know more about the birding?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask because you said you can arrange anything, and we even
Pretty
joked
much.
about
Yeah.
cruises.
Yes, of course.
So some things you do.
By the way, it's not a joke.
Oh, okay, it's no joke.
No,
We do
no, no.
cruises.
We
So
can-
some things you do yourselves with your own people, leading whitewater rafting and hikes and that sort of thing. But otherwise, if someone wants to travel or do something outside of the area or whatever, you also offer that service.
course.
Oh,
Of
that's
course.
great. That's great.
Yeah,
as
we have a
travel
lot
agent.
of contacts around
Uh-huh.
that
Yes.
we can.
Do you see?
So
our
if
work?
someone wants to go scuba diving, for instance, You
Yes,
know,
we can fix that. I mean, we have the contacts in Bocas to do it. We can do it also to
Santa
the Pacific,
Catalina.
to the Pacific side to Santa Catalina.
Wow.
We can do that. Actually, our vision for the company is to be recognized not on a national level first, and then go international level. That's
Right.
the vision that we have for the company. Not just stays in Boquete. Boquete has a lot to offer, but Panama itself has a lot to offer.
Yes.
Central America itself has a lot to
Oh,
offer.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We have a lot of things going on here in Panama. I mean, we have diving. Few people don't know that, well, Panama is it could be a scuba diving destination.
Yeah.
You see, even though we don't have as the visibility as the Caribbean
Right.
islands,
Right.
but we do have a lot of varieties of animals,
Right.
to look at, and
Right.
snorkeling also is really awesome. So,
Right.
plus the beaches are big and nice.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
The most uncrowded beaches I've ever seen in my life.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Walk for miles
yeah.
and not pass a person.
I know it. Nobody's
Me and my dog.
nobody's out there bugging me, sir. Please put on some clothes, bathing trunks at least, please. Nobody's out there hassling me. I love it. What's a great place to go scuba diving? Got a
Scuba diving,
recommendation?
Coiba
here
mostly.
I've been in. Sadly, I haven't been in the Pacific scuba diving.
Coiba is what,
But I
is
have
what people
done it.
say.
I have
Oh,
done it.
okay.
Actually, one of the first places I went scuba diving was in Colón.
Really?
Actually, in Escribanos, off of Escribanos. I used to work for a hotel that is right on Escribano Bay.
Okay.
And, right off of Colón Arriba. We used to pick up in Miramar.
Speak to them.
And
Oh, yeah, get close.
We're losing you.
Thanks. And then from there, we used to make trips, for diving. So Escribano banks were the ones that I went scuba diving first. Then after I had the opportunity to go to Bocas del Toro and enjoy it, I love night diving in Bocas. So I know we have the people over there to go diving in Bocas.
There's a lot of dive shops down there. I'm sure
Yes.
you can make arrangements
Yes.
with them.
And a lot of dive bars too.
But that's great.
Right. So for me, Bocas and right now for Escribano Bay, Colón Arriba is the only place I can say I've been there. But
Okay.
I have heard really good things for Coiba.
Coiba is very
My
good.
guess, the people
The
that
visibility is supposed to be better there.
do you dive? Do
I'm
you
a
scuba?
diver, yeah.
Oh,
I've
very
dived all
cool.
over the world.
Really?
But one of the great destinations for me is Bonaire, which is not too far from Panama.
Yeah,
And,
that's a short hike.
Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao,
The ABC.
islands.
Yeah.
And their visibility is unlimited.
Really?
Here it's if you get 15 feet,
Yes.
it's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I've been scuba diving once in my life in a tank at a convention center.
No.
Yeah, that's when I found out I'm not scuba
You're not
material.
scuba, okay.
No.
I've done it too much in my life
Yeah.
already. I was a filmer for scuba diving.
Oh, well.
So I
Oh,
used to
cool.
work for one of the biggest diving in the diving industry. There in the Caribbean, there's a huge hotel called Anthony's Key in Roatan, the Bay Islands of Honduras. I was
Yeah,
the
I've been to.
photo-
I've been
I
there.
was the photo pro for about 8-7 years,
Whoa.
somewhere about there.
You've seen some interesting
So
things.
Yeah.
I've seen some interesting things. I've done a lot of scuba diving. believe
Yeah,
me.
right.
All
A
right.
lot
All
of
around
hours.
the Bay Islands of Honduras.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I used to live in Roatan years back. So.
Oh wow, really?
So
That's
if
an
you-
island
Yeah,
paradise.
if you need something
Yeah.
to be fixed that way too, we can fix it. I wasn't
You
joking.
wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get us
We
anywhere.
may talk.
Yeah,
Well,
awesome.
We got a couple of minutes left. Janie, I wanted to hear a little more about how did you get involved? You said you started as a secretary, or
And then bought the
yes.
company? What's that
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not from Boquete.
where are you from?
I'm from Bugava.
Oh,
But I
okay.
have I came here like around 2010,
Uh-huh.
11 on that time.
Uh-huh.
Almost 13, 14 years. I love it here. I was babysitting some kids, 3 kids on that time. Then that's when I jumped in the tour business.
I see.
And then I fall in love with that. I work for 2 companies. One, Boquete Mountain Safari first,
Uh-huh.
that he was one of my train and, pushing me.
Yeah.
And then I work at Mamayena in
Okay.
Hello Travel.
See?
And I learned a lot about the hostels and how to run that and all that. That was a nice experience.
Mm-hmm.
Then another thing, I work at the restaurant Big Daddy's
Okay.
and all the other ones that Chris has.
That's
Yes.
a pretty good restaurant, I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard
I-
that.
Margaritas are doing great.
Yeah, the margaritas are perfect.
And the boom boom, everything is good
No,
too.
they are
The
amazing.
food is great. It's
Yes.
just a wonderful place.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
And
Are we talking about
I'm
Big
sure
Daddy's?
Yeah,
I'm
Big
sure
Daddy's.
he's
It has,
hearing
it
all
has
this.
nice
Oh, yeah, he listens.
vegetarian,
Yes.
vegetarian options.
They have
And then
vegetarian
I
options.
have
Yeah,
the
that's very
option
cool.
from Dave and Justin to buy Boquete Mountain Safari on that
wow.
time. But what that was a
Mhm.
challenge, like I say.
Uh-huh.
Then I have to grow everything, again
Right.
because
Right.
they were closed for
Yeah,
for a
long
few
time.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and getting everything on track. But we
Yeah.
stay positive and keep
Good for you.
pushing. and
Yeah.
Gosh, we wish
Very
you so
happy
Much, we wish you so much
because I
luck.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we can tell your passion for what you do.
I'm gonna snap a
And
photo
yeah,
of
get
you
a
real
photo.
quick
Yeah.
while we're on here.
Look at that
There we
beautiful
go.
face.
That's what I
Yeah,
like.
there you go.
Look at this guy
Look at
too.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
What a fascinating day. I mean,
has
I've
been a
learned
great
so much.
Really.
We can book an adventure. We can eat an
Yes.
adventure.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And the diversity that's coming to Boquete is so
Amazing.
fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
absolutely,
really is.
man. Yeah. Too much fun. I love it. I love it here.
This is an incredible opportunity. This show
Yeah.
for what it. I like you said, I think we have somewhere probably just less than 500,000 people that watch this and or listen to it. Somewhere between 1 and 500,000. Is that what you said?
That's- yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
So
1 minute. We get the 1 minute signal.
okay, 1 minute
All right.
signal. So this is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, a lot of thank yous. First of all, thanks to Chris Young for sponsoring the show and Big
Always.
Daddies.
Yeah.
Always.
And hooking us up with you guys,
Yeah.
We're always looking for great, interesting Boqueteño guests, and you guys were fabulous. And a big thanks to Charlotte Van Horn Higginbotham for sparkling us here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a personality.
Yeah, indeed. And
Yeah.
thanks to Rolo, not
Rolo,
Chef, but
yes. Gotta
make
get up there and try that.
make your reservations real soon. And thank you, Michael Halpern, for
My
sitting
pleasure.
in, man.
What a great, lot of fun.
It's
Lot of
been fun. I think we're going to have
Enjoyed
you
it.
back.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
that's
Thanks for
about it
tuning
for
in.
our show, man.
Thank you.
Seeing you sometime.
Absolutely. Absolutely.